Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting the fuzzy? What's going on, people?
Just got the video and stuff in reference to updated reference to Mercedes that was 17 years old that was killed by Josh. I'm going to give you a little bit of information in reference to the storyline in case you forgot. I did a video on this before, but this is the update as far as basically the final part. Check this out. Go! Okay, as I see, I'm a little late on this one. This happened on July the 12th, 2016, and it's about Mercedes Williams, 17 years old transgender woman that was killed by John Vallum. He appeared in court on George County Circuit Court with a public defender, David, on Tuesday, July the 12th, to plead guilty to charges of first-degree murder by deliberate design. The beating and the stabbing death of Mercedes Williamson, 17-year-old Theodore, Alabama, on 2015, George County Latin King Street gang member Josh pleaded guilty to murder on Tuesday in the stabbing and beating death of a transgender teen. He picked Mercedes up, 17 years old, on May the 30th, telling her that they were going somewhere to have sex. When Josh crossed the state line in Mississippi, prosecutors said, when Josh picked her Mercedes up, said was going somewhere to have sex. So when Josh crossed the state line into Mississippi, prosecutors said Williamson became suspicious about where they were going and asked, am I being set up? When Josh drove into a wooded area of his father's property in George County, prosecutors said he got out the driver's seat and Mercedes got out the passenger seat. It was then the district attorney, John Lawrence, said that Josh started stabbing Mercedes, but Mercedes started running. Josh caught up with her and stabbed her again. Later used a hammer to finish the job and killing her. Josh later used the hammer to finish the job of killing her. Josh feared of being exposed to his fellow gang members for his homosexual relationship, something strictly prohibited by gangs. It is prompt him to kill Mercedes. The judge, Robert, sentenced Josh to life in prison. Officials said that he is being held in isolation and a disclosed facility pending any possible federal actions involving a hate crime in this case. You know, so basically I want to show you what happened in reference to him talking in the trial. Let's check this out.
Are you pleading guilty because you're guilty and for no other reason? Yes, sir. Tell me briefly in your own words what you did that makes you think you're guilty. I can give Mercedes Williamson. The indictment I have before me says in George County, Mississippi, on between May 20, 2015 and June 2nd, 2015, you willfully, feloniously, without the authority of law, killed and murdered Michael Wilkins, aka Mercedes Williams, a human being, with deliberate design to effect the death that is individual by striking the victim with an object contrary to the form of the statute. Is that what you're pleading guilty to? Court finds the plea is free, voluntarily, intelligently made. I accept the plea and recommendation of the state and sentence you to life in prison in the Mississippi Department of Corrections. You know the sheriff.
You know, all I can say is rest in peace, Mercedes. You know, the thing about it, I will never understand. If you really don't want to be with a transgender woman or whatever the case may be, why do you lure them all the way out to a location? You know, and without reading too much into it, because for her to get in the car to trust him and realize he took her all the way out the state just to kill her, you know, he had to get her confidence up that he knew that she believed that he was different and a nice guy, and got in a car with him, and basically it was all a trick just to kill her. You know, I get so tired of hearing this story in reference to a lot of these trans women being murdered, and you know, I'm glad that they did a conviction in reference to this, but it's just really old. And what's worse to this whole situation is when people find out that a transgender woman has been murdered, the first thing people think, she tricked them. I really wish people would wake up. I really wish people would wake up. These men are not stupid. These men are not stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. And the thing about it was that it's not as if she was going to go and tell anybody from the gang. He had a problem with his sexuality. He had a problem with what he liked. So he punished her for being exactly what he wanted. You know, I don't know. It just breaks my heart. 17 years old. A teenager. Just a baby. Anyway, this is the update. I'm sorry it's so late, but, you know, better late than never. All I can say is rest in peace, Mercedes. You just need to listen to this. 17 years old. Rest in peace, sister. Okay, you see that? You know, all I can say is rest in peace, Mercedes. You know, I don't want to say too much because you know how I am when it comes to these down low men and stuff like that. And basically, you know, if it's not what you want as far as being with somebody like me or anyone, if it's not what you want, don't do it. That's all I'm saying. You know, because, you know, these guys killing us and stuff. And the thing about it is that the devil don't wear horns and tails. The devil is really nice looking, you know, so don't be thinking that's because someone treats you nice and sweet to you, that this actually a nice person. You have to analyze everything. Now, for her to get in a car with him, her trust was with him. She trusted him. And I've been in situations like this where I trusted someone who said they wished I was dead and stuff like that. Is actually watching these videos online as I speak, and you know, it's like you don't know what to do sometimes, you know, and I don't want to discourage anyone from finding anyone, you know, because I have to watch my message when I put it out there, but, you know, all I can say is just be careful. And she knew once she got out there, she was like, don't tell me this is a setup, you know. That's horrible. It's horrible. You know, like I said, rest in peace, and don't think it can ever happen to you. Don't sleep on her story thinking that, oh, that's her. Don't sleep on her. Let her life, storyline, be a wake-up call to you. Anyway, that being said, I don't want to read no more into this. I will let you know I love you, and I want to thank you for watching. Catch the read.